the ball, low snap, grabs this one, drops, scanning, looking, now runs to his right, whips it down the side, and it is picked off! Picked off by Colorado's Cameron Silman Craig, and another turnover by the Huskers inside. Well, early in this game, it was a stalemate at 0-0, and there's a big interception by Cameron Silman Craig, safety for the Buffaloes, back in the Stampede, as the Buffs knock off Nebraska 36-14. Silent reporter Andy Lindahl, voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson. Defense. Coming off last week's game, I'm not sure I would have thought I would have been sitting here talking about how the defense was a key in this game, but there certainly was.
Shiloh Sanders told us in postgame he heard everything that we said, and they were out to prove the media wrong, that they could play some D, and boy, did they show it today. Yeah, you know what? It was a stalemate in the first quarter, and that interception I thought was huge. Great read, got underneath, it set the tone. It got Colorado some points that they need, got them in the end zone, really, and that's what they needed, Mark. And so just a great day, I thought, all around by the defense. I know Coach said there's some things to clean up, and every coach is going to feel that way. But when you look at what happened a week ago, and look, we talked to some Nebraska people. They were hell-bent to run the football. I thought they did a great job defensively, not letting them run out of control. They had the one big run where they brought too many. Coach talked about it. They brought a blitzer. The quarterback snuck out to the other side. That added a lot to the total. But I thought overall, especially in the second half, Colorado did a great job defending the run.
Well, they had 222 yards rushing, but keep in mind, you had the long run by Jeff Sims, the quarterback, and the long running back run as well.
Right.
And so there's a big chunk, probably 125, 130 yards of that 220 came in those two plays right there. What I liked was kind of the persistency, stick-to-itiveness with that defense. Early on, this game was not easy, and that defense kind of continued chugging away and eventually kind of found itself.
It's funny you would say that. I just texted it to a friend of mine who said, wow, because there are still people that are wondering, is this real? Because, naturally, after the game, everyone's going to ask, is TCU as good as a year ago? Well, we don't know that, but I know this. The speed's legit, and you know what I like about this team? They don't care if it's easy. They don't mind if it's not easy. They don't mind if it's close. They showed it again today. Easy, not easy is just fine with them. Put that on a T-shirt.
The Buffaloes get the victory. Michael Westbrook walking by. Chris, here they got all the guys coming. Some of the greats here in Colorado history leaving the building right now as the Buffs win 36-14 over Nebraska. Afterward, we heard from a few of the players.
I truly appreciate going through this game, going through this with my team, so we know how to respond when adversity hits. Because last week it was back and forth, but this week, okay, the defense stepped up. Offense was really slacking. But it was a good defense we played, though. I like the scheme. I like the scheme of them. It made it tough on us. But I'm just happy I was able to face it, so next time going against it, I'll be good.
As a defense, we just got to keep stacking days and getting better, because we still had a few assignments that we messed up on that we can get better and correct. So we just got to keep stacking days.
Our receiver core is great. It's hard to stop all of us. We got too many weapons on the field at once, so it's hard for the team to play man. If they want to play man, it's over with. So they got to drop 8. So we practice this coverage all week, and we just had to get a feel of it and get rolling. Once it started rolling, we ain't stopped.
Getting the second win, grateful, appreciative of it, but whenever you coming off a high, like as in we winning, everybody's talking about us and stuff like that, we got to be able to lock in and stay focused. So that's really where the second game came in, to where we were able, okay, we won. Everybody's talking about Colorado. Everybody don't believe us. Now they're believing and stuff like that. So now we got to be consistent. So the fact that we was able to go out there and play good football, the defense was able to step up for us, and the offense took its time to get started. It just shows us, like, our teammates and how we are for each other, and that, when times get tough, we can lean on each other.
There's a few of the players post-game after the Buffaloes' victory over the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Colorado 2-0 as we open up Folsom Field for the 100th season. We continue with sideline reporter Andy Lindahl. Let's flip to the offensive side. Shedeur Sanders, the collected nature of him. How impressed was it field level to watch him?
It's really impressive. Now, he's got some great targets to throw to. They've got great team speed. But they've had some good speed in the past. You haven't been able to utilize it because the quarterbacks have not been to this level. What continues to impress me about Shedeur is he is so calm under pressure. Guys keep coming, things are breaking down, a blitzer gets through, it doesn't shake him. And then if he can get away from the first rush, which he does quite often, his eyes are downfield. I said it in pregame today. I'll say it again. He's like Ben Roethlisberger. He just wants to get away from you. He's looking to buy his receivers time because he knows how talented they are. Xavier Weaver told us after the game that he knows that if he gets open, he'll get found. And I think that keeps the play alive for everybody. The kid he's a bona fide Heisman candidate.
I don't think people understand that calmness under pressure is something generally you don't teach. It's either there or it's not, and how rare that is for a quarterback. And Shadour's got that in spades. I mean, enormous amounts of it. They ran the ball, not huge numbers, but they were efficient enough when they needed it in the second half. Finally found some room to run with Anthony Hankerson and Dylan Edwards to find some room to kind of balance things. That really helped the offense in this game.
Oh, it did. Coach talked about it during the game when it was happening, but they definitely needed to get some of those runs off because they had to keep the secondary was dropping everything back. And you talked about Travis Hunter had a small moment of frustration. No big deal. Yeah. He's a great player. He wants to get the football. They had guys, they were bracketing him all day. They were keeping people back. The run game made him get out of that a little bit and help open up the pass.
So now the Buffaloes get ready for the Colorado State Rams coming to town next weekend. That's an 8 o'clock game right here at Folsom Field. We're going to hit the air on the Colorado Football Network at 6 with the pregame shot at Dwayne Field. Coming up next, we're going to hear some more of the postgame of the Buffs victory over Nebraska here at Folsom Field.